Hello and welcome everybody to the November instalment of the 2022 Mystery Blanket Club. I have so missed seeing you and talking to you, and thankfully after my fall in September when I very stupidly tripped up the curb, I'm much better now. My face has recovered quite well. Just my glasses are still scratched. You might be able to see the terrible scratches on my left lens there, but I'm off to pick up my new glasses this afternoon, so finally after 6 weeks I will be able to see nice and clearly again. I'd like to thank everybody that sent in emails of good wishes for my speedy recovery. So thank you very much for getting in touch, and those emails really helped me when I was feeling not so good about 6 weeks ago. But I'm back to full health now, raring to go and ready to tell you all about what I've got in store for you this month. First of all, before I talk about the squares you're going to be knitting this month, I just want to remind any of you who haven't yet signed up to next year's Mystery Blanket Club, there are just 25 places left, and then we are sold out. So if it's something you've had on your to-do list for a while and you haven't got round to doing it, pop along to our online shop and you'll be able to sign yourself up today. You'll also be able to read on there all about the club. You know how it runs if you've been a member this year. It will run in the same way, but there's a little bit of information there about colour palettes and a little few clues about the theme. So head across there if you haven't signed up and get your place booked, and then we can do this all over again next year. In this penultimate month of the Blanket Club, I have given you 5 squares to knit up, leaving just 4 to complete the blanket, plus of course the edging, which will all come in the final month in December. This month then you have 5 squares, 4 of which you've knitted previously in other mail outs, and 1 brand new square. So beginning with the first square, square number 19, which is Sauvage 2. Now you knitted this previously, it's the one with the diagonal slip stitches with beads, knitted all in the baby silver colour. And this is the same as square 31 with the diagonal lines all going towards the right. So a nice easy one, that one, because you've knitted Sauvage 1 as well twice before, so you can almost do that one off by heart. Okay. Squares 20 and 21 are Lanvin 2, which you have knitted previously. They were the same as squares 29 and 30 in that sort of mint colourway with lace stitches and stripes and that chevron edging. Now you will actually be working square 21, then 20, then 19. That is how they've been laid out in your November mail out, because it's the beginning of a panel which is actually added in upside down with 21 at the top of strip 3. Okay, but if you follow the instructions in the mail out and how I've laid them out in the order I've laid them out, you'll be absolutely fine. Your new square to knit this month is square 24 Boudoir. This is a cabled stitch pattern with hooked in beads. Now the cables are a little bit different. I've written them abbreviated as twist to the front or back, 2, 3 or 4 stitches, but basically you're crossing over stitches as you would in a cable, just slightly different to a sort of standard traditional cable. But if you take a look at the abbreviation section at the back of your mail out, you will see there that the description of how you knit those stitches, it's all listed there for you, so do refer to that to make sure that you knit them correctly. It's all knitted in one colour in brick, and it has bronze, gold and pebble beads, so I really hope you enjoy it. The final square to knit this month is square 32 Chic 2. You knitted this in a previous mail out, but the cables, it's a cable pattern, the cables twisted to the left, they were all held to the front, the stitches. This time the stitches are held to the back, so the cables all twist in the opposite direction to the right. A nice easy cable really to knit. Just remember there's those twisted stitches, stitches knitted through the backs of the loops on both wrong side and right side rows on the outside edges of the cables. You've been given a worded pattern and a chart for this one, so you can follow either or both, whatever you prefer, whichever you find easiest. And I hope you enjoy knitting it. That then leaves just 4 squares. If we look at that piecing diagram on page 4, there's just 4 squares left to knit. And some of you may be able to guess what's coming up for maybe 26, 27 and 28. But have you guessed what I've got in store for you for the centre square? It'd be interesting to hear your ideas about that. And if you've got any ideas, any thoughts about it, just email me, let me know. It'll be fun to hear what you're thinking. When you've completed your November squares, you can then sew some more strips together. You will be able to sew together strips 2 to 3. This is working from the left hand side of the blanket across to the right. And you'll be able to sew together strips 5 and 6, which will then give you 2 blocks with just that centre strip to sew into the middle of the blanket. If you haven't started sewing up already, it might be a good idea to get going on that. It can be so daunting to do all the sewing up, all the finishing at the end of the project. It's much easier, I think psychologically more than anything else, to get some of that work done ahead of the end of the knitting. Instructions for how to sew those squares together, some guidance for those, is given in this month's blog. So do read the written section of this blog after listening to me, and then you'll have the help that you need to get those strips sewn into place. So before I sign off today, I've got some exciting new launches I want to tell you about, some new things which are coming your way very, very soon. The first thing are our festive mystery knit boxes. Now these would make a super present for yourself, a really lovely treat. You have worked so hard this year on your blanket, I think you deserve a treat. So this would be fabulous for yourself, or it would make a lovely gift for a knitting friend or relative. The box has 10 gifts in it. Some are knitting related, and it does include a brand new knitting kit that I've designed especially for the box. So they launch we're planning to launch on the 4th of November or around about that date. Do keep your eye on your inbox. As we will be, as soon as they get into the shop, we find these sell very, very quickly. They sold within, I think, a week last year of being launched. We only have 152 and then there's no more. So if you want one, make sure you pop along to our online shop and grab yourself a festive mystery knit box. We are also going to be launching a new festive kit called the Let It Snow wall hanging. Now this was actually the festive kit in the 2021 mystery knit box. So if you didn't get yourself a box last year and you've seen the wall hanging and you think I'd really love to knit that up, you can get yourself a kit in our online shop, and we're hoping to launch that within the next couple of weeks. And finally, Beady Knits have launched a lovely autumn kit, cushion and pencil case that match in their 4 seasons collection. There's more information about these lovely kits in this written blog, so please do read it. And if you want to place an order, it's through Beady Knits. It's not through our website, it's through Beady Knits. Jenny Still, who runs the company, is actually my sister. So she would love to hear from you if you would like to knit up one of her lovely, colourful knitting kits. We've also been very busy planning workshops and events for next year. We've still got some dates to confirm. We've already confirmed and sold out the Nunsmere knitting holiday that we've planned for next March. That's with my lovely friends Jane and Andy Crowfoot and Sue, who works with me under our Inspired Minds company. So I hope to see some of you there. But we will be planning other dates, and we're just confirming details. So do keep your eyes on your inbox. Make sure that you sign up, if you haven't already done so, to the Inspired Minds website. If you sign up to that, you'll get news first of all about the events that I'm doing with Jane, and then all our events that we're doing that are not Inspired Minds, we will send you an email about. So we are looking at possibility of Isle of Wight and of a very nice venue in Scotland, but we're just trying to get dates all sorted out. And we've got other things in the pipeline too, which hopefully we can get confirmed, and then we can tell you all about them and get you booked on. And that would be great, because we'll be able to see you this year in person, which would be absolutely fantastic. So we'll be sending you any information as soon as we've got it, and it would be great to see you at one of our events. So that's it from me this month. I'm going to sign off now and let you get on with your 5 squares, remembering that just in 4 weeks' time, the title of the 2022 Mystery Blanket Club will be revealed and the final pieces of this year's puzzle will be given to you. It's such an exciting time. I love this part of the project when it's all coming together. The design is almost completed, and hopefully you are as excited as me about getting your blanket completed, finished and snuggled up to on these cold winter nights. Now the weather is starting to turn. You need that mystery blanket to snuggle under. So please take care of yourselves. Enjoy your squares this month. Keep busy, keep happy, and keep those needles clicking away until I see you at the beginning of December for the final instalment. Goodbye, everybody.